Hello from Brussels. Let me begin by congratulating you on NATO Week. I would also like to thank the German ambassador, Ambassador Kiesler, who I believe is speaking to you today, and the German embassy more generally for the really very active role they're playing as a contact point embassy, not just for public diplomacy, but also very practically, for example, when it comes to trust funds. They're really doing a fantastic job, and we appreciate that here at NATO headquarters. I'd like to also thank the Information Office, which is doing a great job, very active job, and helping to organize this week, which I hope will be valuable for everyone. I'm really pleased to have the opportunity, at least from here, to speak to you because NATO and Armenia have a very reliable, steady, substantial partnership, which I don't think actually Armenians or even people here at NATO know enough about or appreciate enough. We don't always necessarily advertise everything that we do enough, but I can tell you from a policy point of view, from a practical point of view, it is very reliable, very welcome, the long-standing partnership that we have. The most obvious element of that is obviously the contribution that Armenia makes to our peacekeeping operations in Afghanistan and in Kosovo. And recent events in Mazar-e-Sharif show just how important the role of Armenian forces is and can be. We're very grateful for that contribution, including during the recent incidents. So I wanted to say thank you for that on behalf of NATO. But actually, we do a lot more together. One of the things that we do together is to enhance interoperability. That comes through operations, but it also comes through something we call the operational capabilities concept, which helps our troops work together. And now Armenia is moving to a high level of interoperability. We do a lot in the non-military sphere, or at least the non-operational sphere. Things like defense education, to help develop a defense education program for Armenia that meets the highest possible standards. We have programs to help fight corruption. This is a real priority for, I know, the government and in particular the Defense Ministry. And we just heard today, as I'm talking to you, from David Tonoyan, who is absolutely committed to the fight against corruption, and I know the whole government takes this very seriously. We cooperate on science for peace programs to help use scientific expertise to improve the overall security environment. So there's really a whole lot going on, and we will continue that. The NATO Week will focus on science programs. It'll also focus on cyber issues, and that's excellent. These are priority issues for us, and we're pleased that you're looking at them for the next 4 days or so. Finally, I did want to say that we have a framework for this cooperation, the Individual Partnership Action Plan. We're going to be starting a new cycle of that. It sets the targets for what it is that we want to do, and it builds on the work that came before. And we've just reviewed the last 2 years of cooperation, and it's really a very, very solid record of cooperation to meet Armenia's priorities, where NATO can provide support and where we wish to provide support. So it's a very good two-way mutual relationship which benefits both parties. This security environment, and you'll be discussing that, I'm sure, during the NATO Week, is not what we would, I think, any of us want it to be. It's deteriorated in the last 2 or 3 years, and the direction of travel is not necessarily clearly going to improve next year. So it's very important for NATO that we have a wide network of partnerships and partnerships that are mutually beneficial to build common security. We have that with Armenia, and of course Armenia has a balanced foreign policy. Some call it a multi-vector foreign policy. We respect that. We understand it. We have no problem with it. We believe that the partnership that we have, NATO-Armenia, is in no way detrimental to Armenia's other bilateral or multilateral relationships, certainly not from our point of view. So we are very satisfied with the relationship that we have. We look forward to deepening it. We will deepen it. And part of deepening it is improving the understanding of what we do. And that's what NATO Week is all about. So just to conclude, thank you to those who have organized it, the Information Office, the German Contact Point Embassy, and I wish you all a very good few days. Thank you again.